everybody, welcome to Remrov's World of Autism. In this video I want to share something with you that I have been working on very hard lately, and it is something I know many other autistic people struggle with as well, which is being tensed all the time. Like having tensed muscles all the time. It's actually only recently when I started to realize really that all my muscles were always tense, because I was so used to it and it was just my normal way of being, so I never really realized it that much. I did notice that I often had like pain in my shoulders, in my neck, and I had headaches and pain in my jaw, etc. And that was because I always held my shoulders really tensed and my neck tense, and I clenched my jaw a lot, and so that of course causes a lot of pain. It is actually when I met Edward that I started to realize it, that I was so tensed all the time. That the pain in my neck and my headaches and in my shoulders were caused by that. Edward noticed that when I was walking that I was always tense, and that I held my shoulders up like that, and when I walked around that my arms were like not relaxed, they were tensed. I think I always felt it because I was always sore, but I never really realized it that much, and I never paid much attention to it. But it is one of the reasons why I was always very tired and sore all the time. When I was younger, people did comment a lot on the way I walked. I always walked quite stiff and a bit robot-like, and with fists like this instead of my hands relaxed. But I never really paid that much attention to it. I tried to walk like normal or relaxed, but it was quite impossible for me to do actually. So what causes it to be so tensed all the time? For me it is caused mostly by my mind. If my mind is tense, then my body will be tense, and my mind is almost always very tense, and I'm nervous a lot. And it happens when I'm out of my comfort zone. But for me, everything out of my own home is out of my comfort zone, so that's practically always. Like work and school, when I was still working, or when I went to school, I was just always extremely tense. And at school I saw all the other classmates. I saw them being really relaxed during breaks and also during the classes. They were always like really relaxed, and I tried to be like them, but to be relaxed also, but I just couldn't. School brought so much unpredictability with it, and I found school so extremely stressful that it was just impossible for me to relax. Also, the stress of doing tasks in a noisy classroom, and the fear of failure. I had a lot of failure, or a fear to fail and to mess up the tasks, and that I was going to have bad grades and things. I was like always afraid of that. And so that caused a lot of tension, and also sensory issues in school, all the noises and the socializing. It was just an ongoing, and so impossible for me to ever relax. At work it was the same, and on the social level even more, because at work, at a job, it's just they demand more from you on a social level. You have to be more professional. And the unpredictability also, and the tasks, the fear of messing something up, and the fear of doing something wrong. just always caused me to be tensed all the time. And again, the sensory issues at work as well. Of course, when you're tensed all the time like that, when you have your muscles like literally tensed all the time, you just come home from work or school just extremely drained and tired. And I was always so exhausted after school and work every day. And I've been noticing that the more out of the ordinary things I have, the more I tensed I am. If I have a lot of appointments or meetings or just simple ones, even with like people I know really well, or doctor's appointments, even worse, dentist appointments are even worse. And throughout the years I've noticed also, I've tried many jobs, also volunteering work, but every job, everything outside my own home just causes me to be extremely nervous and tensed all the time. Even when people are very nice at a job, it's still the unpredictability, the socializing non-stop, and the fear of failure. It just makes me tensed all the time. That's one of the reasons why I chose to work as an artist from home, because then I can just decide what to do with my time and when to work, or when I work a lot. You have to have quite a lot of self-discipline, of course, to be an entrepreneur. But you can just organize it yourself, and you don't have to do anything with socializing that much, only emails every now and then. And it's not really unpredictable because I can decide everything for myself. And I don't have to fear to let anybody else down besides myself. So it's a good way of dealing with all of that for me. The place I am worst regarding tenseness is the dentist. When I'm in the dentist chair, I'm as stiff as a wooden board from my toes to the top of my head, extremely tense. And often I even realize that I've been holding my breath, that I don't even breathe. It's just the fear, the constant fear of a sudden pain, the unpredictability, and I just feel like when you're in a dentist chair, you just lose all the control. It's a total loss of control, and it's just caused me to be extremely tense. And when I have a dentist appointment, I come home extremely drained, extremely tired. So what can you do about it? So the first important step is to actually realize it. And that's often difficult also for people with autism, because when our minds and bodies not always connected that wonderfully. And so you might not even notice that you're walking around with fists or tensed arms, or that you're walking like a robot, a bit stiff. So it's a huge step forward if you start realizing it, and you can start working on it, obviously. So you have to really teach yourself how to relax and what it feels like to be relaxed, and what it feels like to have your muscles relaxed. Edward helps me a lot with that, actually. Like he holds my arm up like this, and then he lets it go, and then I still have it like this, and he says, no, you have to relax it when I hold it up, and then it has to fall down, and things like that. And it's really difficult for me because it's just so unnatural for me I just don't even know how it feels to be relaxed. You can also pretend to be a rag doll, or that's somebody that you have strings and somebody has to operate you, and so that you're like really relaxed. I find it difficult, but I'm getting better at it. I constantly have to tell my body though to stop being tense. When I don't think about it, I'm automatically tense. So I constantly have to be aware of it and tell my body to stop being tense, otherwise it just keeps creeping back in. But I have a feeling the more I train with that it will get better. Because it's often caused by your mind, like, but if you feel relaxed in your mind, you often are relaxed in your body as well. But if you're tense in your mind, then you're tense in your body as well. So it's often it's good to work on your mind as well, and to analyze how am I feeling, and why am I feeling tense? Why am I feeling uncomfortable? Are you worried about something? What is making you uncomfortable or nervous? And then to try to find out what can be done about it. What can you do differently so that you feel less uncomfortable? I also have one big, huge motivation to keep working on it. My dad is actually a huge example of where I don't want to be when I'm older. He always was exactly the same as me, always doing everything tense, always everything stressful, always done everything extremely fast and nothing in a relaxed way. And also his body always, his muscles tensed, and now he is struggling with a lot of health issues, like he has chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia and a lot of pain in his muscles, and he can hardly do anything anymore. He used to run marathons, he was extremely active, always busy, always doing things, and now just to walk around the block is almost impossible already. So that's something, of course, where I don't want to be when I'm his age. I'm lucky that I found out, that I realized that I was so tense a lot sooner than he did. He started to work on it a lot later. So that's for me an extremely good reason to work on myself and to keep working on myself. So that was it. I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, subscribe to my channel to stay updated about my latest videos. And you can also support this channel by becoming my patron on Patreon. It will help me out a lot. So I wish you a great day, and I hope to see you with my next videos again. Bye!